Hi everyone, welcome to the CBoom Show. I'm Chris.
I'm Peter.
And I'm Alex.
What we're trying to do is help you make a pick, cover a spread, win a ticket or two. First things first, shout out to our sponsors, Tata's Hot Sauce Emporium. Brings that flavor to your table, the absolute best hot sauce around. Kianna's Bake Shop, absolute best cookies around. They are absolutely delicious. Made to order, you can also get them at Tata's Hot Sauce Emporium. And Extreme G Gaming, located at Yonge and Eglinton inside Gamerama. Go there for all your gaming needs. Keep in mind the PS5, the new Xbox is coming out. Go there, check it out if you have any questions on all the new games, the old retro stuff. They're good for it all. Make sure you check them out. They're great guys there, and they have all the stuff you need to get gaming.
Yeah, definitely good.
All right, guys. So recap on the last week. Last week we also participated in a little no show, no episode last week, just like a lot of the sports did. You know, a lot of support for the Black Lives Matter movement. So that's why we had no show last week. But thank you everyone for the support. Make sure you check us out on YouTube this week. There will be a video, Twitch, and we always have lots of great content coming at you live on Twitter. The website also, CBoom.ca, will be up and running with lots of picks and lots of options to get to whatever social media you want to see us on. Now the recap of sports.
Wow. Last week was a little ridiculous. Nothing really happened UFC. It's almost like they're running out of fighters. The big fight of last week was canceled again due to COVID. Ion Kudalaba's fight. That was
It wasn't the main fight, but it was a big fight.
to me it was the only fight on that card that was really going to push it. Robbie Lawler fell really flat.
Oh, I'm so upset about that fight. Robbie Lawler, that's I think his fourth consecutive loss, and it's just very upsetting for one of my favorite guys. You know, he was a beast in the day.
Yeah.
Always fun to watch. He's exciting. Yeah,
I didn't watch. I was busy.
that's okay.
I was off this week.
We had an off week, no problem. But UFC nonetheless, there were some okay fights, up, down, whatever, you know. Lots to look forward to coming up. You know, they were getting these fights out of the way because there's a lot coming up. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. In baseball, we had lots of upsets. I don't know what's going on, but Detroit somehow is managing to screw me almost every day. They've won so many games in the last couple of days. It's just mind-blowing. Right now, they're actually up.
The underdogs.
Yeah.
They'll always get you, brother.
Kansas City had a couple wins. San Francisco had a win. You know, there's some teams that are really just thrown out.
And they say the Jays might make the playoffs.
Yeah, Tampa Bay's looking amazing over the Yankees. 5-0 over the Yankees. Who would have thought that?
The trade deadline just passed for Major League Baseball, and apparently San Diego traded half their team to get a new half team. The Jays made some moves. I don't watch a hell of a lot of baseball, but it's exciting for Toronto, Canada, to see that one of our teams might make the playoffs, aside from the Raptors.
You never know. Let's see what happens. Keep in mind, we do have picks on the screen, guys. So we do mention things going forward, like San Diego's a great team. You can always take them if you're unsure. But our favorite picks going forward for that week's episode are going to be on the screen for you to see right there. Lots going on, though. Hockey was... people had broken hearts. You know, I don't know what to say over the last 2 weeks of hockey, but going forward, lots of things
Nobody
to
was
look at.
surprised the Leafs didn't make it.
Yeah,
The Bruins were eliminated yesterday.
That was a shock. A lot of people were shocked on that series. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, Columbus was crazy, but they're gone too now. So, and I don't think the Leafs would have done anything against Tampa Bay either. So
No, definitely not.
we're a couple pieces away there. I'm a Leafs fan, and they're making
Big
some
Leafs
trades.
fan. Lots
but,
of Leaf stuff here.
You know, here's the thing, and I think I mentioned it before in another show. They got rid of Lou Lamoriello as the GM, and his team, the Islanders, are actually up in the playoffs in the second round and trying to get to the third round.
Well, we'll see, right? At least things are interesting.
I love Lou Lamoriello. I mean, you know, 3 guys on the Leafs make over $11 million, and the highest paid player on the Islanders, Jordan Eberle, $9 million. So, I mean, it doesn't matter how much you pay them. I think it should be based on performance.
Let's do this XFL style.
XFL.
You win your games, you get paid more.
Or UFC,
The Rock
Fight of the Night.
Fight of the Night bonuses. Yeah. The Rock just bought the XFL a couple weeks ago.
$12
Not just
million.
him. Not just him. Him and a team.
Yeah.
Him and a team. Oh, great. That's going to be fantastic. I can't wait to see what he does with it.
Who do you think's going to win the cup?
There's tonight's game, Dallas and Colorado.
Yeah, Colorado's trying to force a game 7.
It's
They're
tied-
down 3-2. They're tied 1-1 right now.
Tied 1-1. If Colorado, I've got money on Colorado. I've had it for a while with Dougie Styles. Shout out Dougie Styles. We've had this going for a little while. Hopefully they come back. If they come back tonight and win, they can do it. Backup, I would say Islanders.
I love the Islanders.
Yeah.
Great, all around, pretty good team. Some former Leafs, Leo Komarov and Matt Martin, that I miss. I thought they were great players. They're playing good hockey right now, and we'll see what happens. For sure, you never know. Like Philly's there, but I think the Islanders have better goaltending.
I think all around
the Islanders are up 3-2, and they can finish it tomorrow at 7:00. Also, Vancouver's holding on. They're down 3-2. They're going to try and force a game 7 against the Golden Knights, Canada's last hope. So,
See what happens. It's exciting.
I mean, as attached as people get to Canadian teams, you got to remember Canadian players are on American teams too.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know, it's
for sure.
It's one of those things.
I'm not a Vancouver fan by any means, but,
I'm not going to jump to a Canadian team just because it's from Canada anymore.
That's true. And it's hard for me to watch hockey right now because it's so hot and humid.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's just weird. Like, I do watch some of the games for sure.
Got to go out and buy a couple of slush puppies and just...
Yeah. Watch, relax, and so...
Let's do a little baseball. Jump over to baseball for a second. Do a recap of the leaderboard. Who's on top in some upcoming games.
Sure.
Come back, look at some hockey games. Some UFC matches coming up. There's a lot going on in UFC. I've been so excited.
There's some gossip going on. We'll come to that later.
I'm excited. Like, I don't know. It's not the Hills or anything like that. But this gossip is fire.
You won't believe who's pregnant.
It's over him again.
Who's pregnant?
Yo,
Not
Matt,
me.
No one.
Matt, thank you for the shout out. Yeah, it's huge. I'm excited right now. We need Minnesota on the one. On mine, you've got some crazy ones going too right now. Yeah,
I'm
this
betting
is
with the fans,
Oh yeah, we work together. Said, yeah.
so I know him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Matt.
All right,
Cool.
So baseball on the leaderboard in the American League across the East, Yankees are. I'm sorry, not the Yankees. Tampa Bay. I'm a little shocked. I was expecting the Yankees. Tampa Bay's 5 games ahead.
That's
Central,
nuts.
you've got the White Sox tied with Cleveland.
What is going on?
I don't know. I would have never in my life taken the White Sox this year, but look, it is what it is.
And the Oakland A's are
Oakland's,
3 games ahead of the Houston Astros.
which is well, that's a bit of a shock, but it's Oakland's a great team.
Atlanta Braves, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, in the
They're in
National
first
League.
place in the National League because they
Ahead
have
of
our old
Miami.
GM.
It's
Thought he was
Yeah.
great for the Jays. Alex, I can't say his last name. Anthopoulos? Was that it?
I'm not going to be caught saying that. Not a chance.
Cubbies are ahead in the Central, and you got the Dodgers in the NL West, with the Padres just 5 games behind them.
But I'm really surprised with the Padres. They are amazing. They're playing so well. I play them more often than not, and it's working out quite well. Tonight, though, we've got some heavy tickets. Keep in mind, everybody, we are not endorsed, sponsored, in partnership or anything with OLG, but we do play a lot of Pro Line and a lot of point spread. We do get our tickets a lot of the time at local convenience stores if we're not playing online. It's very easy, very convenient. So we do have a couple going right now that we're watching closely, and we need Minnesota to come back a little bit.
NBA basketball.
Or I'm sorry, Milwaukee, not Minnesota.
You had
Minnesota's
some thoughts
up.
on the Raptors?
Detroit. The Raptors. Yeah, basketball. So basketball's been actually a little bit crazy. A lot of people expected to see this happen with Boston. I didn't. I thought the Raptors would be putting up more points. I thought they'd be a little bit more offensively strong in this. Boston's defense, and they're so aggressive. It's been tight basketball. The last game was 3 points.
Yeah, the Celtics are the only team that have beaten the Raps in the bubble, and this season they're 5-1 against the Raptors. So the Celtics are like
Maybe
the
they
Raptors'
got the-
kryptonite.
If the Raptors are gonna win a game, it's the next game, and if
They have to.
and if the over under is 205.5, if you're playing online, you can adjust the spread to 205. The over under spread to 205.5. You'll take an over on that. If it's anything over that, I would stay away or play the under, but I'd really stay away. But
And you got the Thunder
205.
tonight against the Rockets. Rockets are -5.
OKC, baby,
Yeah,
let's go.
I don't know. I like James Harden. You
the-
can't go against James
I
Harden.
don't-
The
if
guy
he's-
can put up
if
52
he's-
points in a game.
If he's so can Brooke Lopez from. Anyways, I'm not getting into Brooke Lopez.
Okay.
Not right now. That's another episode.
You have too many
Anyways,
posters.
Harding, if he's ever gonna win, if Harding's ever gonna win, it's not gonna be the bubble year.
Huh.
That'd be such BS for him.
I don't watch a lot of basketball, but
I mean,
I've even heard of James Harden. I've seen some of the numbers he's put up in a game, so that's pretty crazy.
right now,
Attribute guy,
it's people trying to
1990,
shine.
100% Raptors. Next game, we agree with you. It's gonna be tough.
That's tomorrow, Raptors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take them for sure. But
It's,
I mean, it is gonna be tough.
I wouldn't
Not
take
even
this. Depending what this spread, I think they're looking at a +1 right now. It's going to be a very close game, so depending what the spread, you might want to look outright. Look for a safe odd at about 1.5 if you're playing online.
And here's
Well, yeah,
the thing
see,
with
that-
the NBA though, they're going with the Nuggets and the Clippers game tomorrow at 9:00. They're not even waiting for rounds to end. They're starting the Western Conference next round right away.
It's the safest thing. Get the games done as
Done,
quick
yeah.
as
Yeah.
possible. Get them done on and off.
But see, like we were talking with the point spread, that's a good part about going online. All these picks that we have on our screen are mixed sports. Some of them you can't even get on ProLine. Go
Yeah.
online and you can adjust those spreads. They might have it at +1 on ProLine. You might be able to get them at -1 online.
Yep.
It's-
And there's good sites out there with good bonuses, so
It's a lot
you
of
just
fun.
got to shop around. You really have to shop around. Don't start with a lot of money until you find a place that actually is going to pay you out.
We use
You know,
Bet365.
make it
They're quite,
easy.
they're quite credible. We've had tons and tons
Yeah.
of cash outs. And,
I've used Betway. They're pretty good.
You like Betway?
Yeah.
There's
I
a few
actually
different
created
ones
an
out there.
account with Betway to get the bonus offer and everything. Placed
Yeah.
a few. Now, actually, what's happening online? You're getting bonuses. So if you do like a 5-game parlay, same thing with Betway and whatnot, they will give you a free multiplier. So
Yes.
it's quite the incentive to take the extra game. Don't get too carried away like I usually do, but you know, have fun with it. Have a good time.
I've gotten those phone calls. I want to drop on my window.
Hey, one of those you should have played 8 instead of 9.
Yep. I mean, that's the incentive, right? The more you play, the more you risk. So
We ready to talk
play,
about the NFL?
Stay within your limits, guys.
Oh, I'm always ready. The
Next
NFL.
Thursday.
It is so exciting. I cannot wait. Houston at KC, baby. The spread is at 10. That's going to be a big game.
It's going to be a crazy game, and I think Houston is going to come out and they're going to try and get some revenge. Although they did,
You're kidding, right?
yeah, but they traded away. Well, you know what? Everyone's going to go with
Shuffle
KC,
over
so I'm
here.
going to take Houston. Well, we have the power rankings for
Really?
the NFL. Yeah. Plus 10? Sure. Double digits.
I was about to say.
Oh boy.
We can talk about that. Well, you heard it from here first, Peter.
He-
plus
We're
10.
gonna
Plus
have
10.
some fun with this. Agree to disagree. We love to have fun. It's not a lock. It's agree to disagree. So this one's up to whoever you want to take. Personally, I like KC. I like KC -10, -14, 17, -20.
Ow. I'll take that. We'll talk about the stakes later.
We will. I'm
Plus
excited.
that's
20.
Week 1. I love this shit. I live for it. Football. Get ready.
And we'll talk about that next week's show, but the power rankings are out. So they have KC number
Oh,
1.
power rankings. My favorite rankings, man.
Baltimore number 2.
I love it.
New Orleans number 3.
Baltimore. Are you guys not excited to see what Baltimore does this year?
Let's see what Lamar Jackson does.
Oh, it's exciting.
They have the Cowboys at number 5.
Which
I
is
don't know-
bizarre.
It is. I think the Seahawks are a better team.
Me too.
They got the Steelers
I'd say
at
Pittsburgh.
7.
Yeah.
But here's a weird one. They have the Indianapolis Colts at 9. And they have Brady and your Bucks at 11.
That's because it's an unassessed Brady with the team. There's not much
The
correlation.
Colts are at best a 500 team, so I don't see how they're in the top 10.
I see they're going to be a good team this year.
And the Bills are 13th.
The Bills should be last.
Which I
But
think... I think the Bills would actually be the favorite to win the AFC.
No.
But who's actually playing on these teams?
That's true. Great point. A lot of players opted out.
You have a lot of big
You have to
names.
watch who's... Yeah, you have to definitely watch who's opted out.
So, these first few games might be a good eye into who's sitting on the bench.
I think all quarterbacks are playing.
And any fantasy players, your draft's probably coming up on the weekend. And my only advice is to do some mock drafts. I did a few this week. And practice. Last year I came in second in my Yahoo draft. The year before I came in first.
Nice.
And I think the year before that, I came in the top 3 as well. But I've been in the money the last 3 years. I think I lost by 21 yards last year.
But I think some good advice would be to take second stringers. Because right now, if you're talking first string guys are
You
sitting
have to
out.
watch
Bring back to
injuries.
last year, though. If you go back to one of the last episodes from last year, I will shout out to myself. I picked the exact winning margin of the Super Bowl.
You're like Donald Trump. You retweet yourself too. I wanted to give a shout out
Wow,
to
this
myself.
guy's really smart.
if anybody else has picks like that pick to pick the winning spread of the Super Bowl,
Right.
which I picked
Yes.
with the team,
Right.
that was a great pick.
That was a pretty good pick.
All right, so that big. Thank you so much.
You should send that to Kelly in Vegas.
She'd be impressed with it, I guarantee it. That being said, lots of games to look forward. I cannot wait. 13th and 14th, lots of games. But the funny thing this year, there's no away games. Remember, in England, things like that. I really enjoyed watching those 9 a.m. games. Not this year. Who do you like with the Bears and Lions? That's a good one for you.
The Bears. We have their number.
We'll take them. We'll take the Bears over
We'll
Detroit.
see. But that's next week's show.
Oh, there's so many things to talk about. Tampa Bay, New Orleans. Oh.
It's going to be great. Yeah.
I can't wait for that game. It's going to be so exciting. All right. Enough with football. A lot's coming up. Next week will be packed with football. That being said, let's get into some UFC. A lot is going on.
A lot is going on for sure. This weekend coming up, we got a couple big fights. Overeem versus Augusto Sakai is the main headliner. Overeem should win that fight. There's no reason Augusto Sakai should win that. I think Overeem's the favorite. Take Overeem anyway.
He's the favorite coming in. He opened at 1.5. Now he's about 1.65. Slightly dropping, but Augusto Sakai is not that credible.
No,
He is 15-1, but his competition was not like Overeem's competition.
Overeem has fought nothing but like killers in the top 5.
Tier.
Yeah, if you're not in the top 5, you don't even.
For the last how long? 10 years?
Yeah. And then you have a fight underneath Michael Pereira versus Zalim Imadev. Now, a lot of people don't know who Michael Pereira is. He's a Brazilian fighter who lost to Diego Sanchez by disqualification. He came out dancing and doing capoeira in the ring and doing kicks that were clearly
shit
like
was
across.
wild.
It was the most mocking, I'm humiliating you fight I've ever seen. It was disgraceful.
No, all of
And
CM
then-
Punk's fights.
Well, the fact that he fought is disgraceful, but like he was making fun of Diego, and then ended up kicking him while he was down, and Diego won by decision, which
No,
turns
won by
out-
disqualification.
disqualification. But turns out that was his game plan the whole time.
Yeah, Diego. I like Diego. He's done a lot for the sport.
He has,
Also
I like
on
him
this
too.
card, this is Saturday, September 5th. You'll also see on the card Ovince St. Preux against Alonso Menefield. I like Ovince St. Preux.
I don't like Ovain St. Preux.
You don't like him?
I think he lost something.
Agree to disagree on that one. It's not really a big fight to lose sleep over, but the odds are about even on those two right now. So if you're looking to stack your card, you could flop it both ways.
There's also going to be a really exciting sleeper. There's a guy named Hunter Azure.
Oh!
Hunter Azure is a badass.
Go back
This guy-
3. Sorry, Alex. 1 second. Go back 3 years and watch him. He was fierce. His kicks, he was absolutely insane. Ovince St. Preux in his prime was
in his
a lethal,
prime.
absolute weapon.
In his prime, for sure. He's lost his step since then. Something's missing in him now.
I-
But Hunter Azure, that guy is a sleeper. Looks ripped, ready. His last fight, he killed it. He's going to be a guy to keep an eye on. He's 7-1 going up against Cole Smith, who's 7-0. I think Cole Smith, despite that record, is going down. That is going to be a fight I'm really interested in watching. I'm going to keep an eye on Hunter Azure as a as a legit.
This could be a
threat
really early
prospect.
prelim fight, eh?
Probably it's fight night, so they start early, like
Yeah.
7.
Yeah, a little bit earlier.
Um,
Then coming up after that, on the 12th, you've got Diego Santos and Glover Teixeira. Glover just had that impressive win over, he fought on the weekend, what's his name? Anthony Smith.
yeah. No.
Glover Teixeira just smashed Anthony
No.
Smith.
Anthony Smith lost to another guy. It wasn't Teixeira.
I'm
Teixeira
pretty
had a good fight a while ago. I think it was against Anthony Smith, but it wasn't this weekend.
No, Anthony Smith lost, what I'm saying is in the past.
Yeah, lost to him. Yeah,
about a month,
Regardless,
couple months ago.
Regardless,
Yeah.
I still don't take Teixeira.
No, absolutely
No.
not. Teixeira to lose.
Yeah, you take. I love how we hyped him up, and immediately I was like, "But you don't take him." Yeah, no. He came out very impressively, and he still loses.
Yeah, Diego Santos, if you
Santos all
get hit
day.
by that guy, he's strong, he's powerful, he's fast, and I think he's going to take it over that one.
Whatever you're taking in this UFC, parlay it with Paulo Costa.
Actually, I got to correct you on that. Whatever you're taking in anything, you parlay with Paulo Costa. He's absolutely ripped. He's a machine, and I can't wait for him to smash at his
All his videos is him kicking the crap out of stuff. And it's ridiculous. The guy hasn't got an ounce of fat on his body. Looks shredded. Looks huge. Adesanya's coming in with videos of him training his dance routine for the walk-in, dyeing his hair pink. Like, what is this, guys? Like, you got it. You're facing elite level competition, and you're taking them lightly.
He's worried about his dance moves and things like that. It's a disgrace to fighting, disgrace to sports, and
The number one thing that costs you the match is taking your opponent too lightly. You're fighting top tier guys. It's not like you can take a day off. They're not.
Sorry to just shout out here. I'm going to be going back and forth, comment stuff. Baseball will definitely continue. You're definitely right on that. There may be some upsets with the virus and whatnot, but they're going to pass through anything. Look what they did all.
They
You
have to. They don't have a
can do
choice.
double headers. You can reschedule.
They're doing a lot of double headers
Yeah.
lately, a lot of rescheduling. That will definitely continue.
And the amount of money they're putting in testing, I mean, they're postponing games and stuff, but they're going to make them up.
They're going to make them up for sure. They even said that they're going to extend postseason if they have to, all this stuff. So it's going to continue. I'm excited for that. And as well goes for Mike Tyson. He's going to be coming up. He's on Joe Rogan tomorrow, so make sure you check him out with our friend Joe. They're going to be
Our good friend.
Our good friend Joe. They're going to be chatting tomorrow, so make sure you check him out. But I'm excited. I like Tyson all day. Yeah. Their fight was postponed, but it will still be happening. Check Tyson out.
I don't know,
Did they
man.
say they're going to wait until COVID's over?
No.
Well,
it's going to be.
If you ask Roy Jr.,
they might do like a New Year's fight or something like that.
That's the thing. If you ask Roy Jones Jr., every interview he gives, he said he had it scheduled. He has other commitments that he's pushed aside. He had a payday
So there's
based
no
on
date.
scale. They had a they have
They
a set
had
date
a
in their
date,
contract.
and then they had to wash the date.
No,
So
they
now
didn't
it's-
have to. They have decided to push it to a live venue with people.
It's gonna go.
And so now they're
it's gonna go
selling
to
more
like New
tickets.
Year's, something like that. It will happen.
I don't think so.
It will happen. Go on YouTube and check out Mike
It'll
Tyson.
happen.
He's
There might
training.
not be fans. That's all.
if-
I couldn't see them.
I can see this not happening.
Oh, there'll be fans.
And if it happens,
If Kansas City's filling their stadium with 20% fans,
30%, I think.
They
right
upped it?
away.
30%, right?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, not for the virus.
They don't make it.
It's
They
exciting
don't
because
make a
I like
ton of
Kansas
money.
City.
They don't make a
to
ton
win
of money in the
huge and they'll
game.
have
All the
their
money in the
fans.
NFL is in TV contracts. New Orleans, they're waiting till week 3 for some reason. It's going to be season ticket
Man,
holders.
but I mean,
this
with
guy's
this
on
Tyson-
fire. Great question, Cole.
with this Tyson fight though,
yeah.
if it happens, draw.
That's a good bet. But I like Tyson. I'm going to be taking Tyson.
I wouldn't take a draw. You know what? You know what?
I
Bet
would take Roy Jones.
Will Mike Tyson try to bite his ear off? No, and it's not will he bite his ear off, but will he try? That's got to pay at least 20-1.
And also,
It's not gonna happen.
to jump back here to a different, going back to UFC, we'll come back to Tyson, but just so we don't miss too many questions and stuff here, Covington versus Woodley. Alex and I were talking about this earlier. Agree to disagree. We were kind of screaming at each other about this. Now, with the odds, like, trust me, nobody likes Kobe more than me. He's a piece of shit, and his trash talk is horrendous, but it's just so, like, engaging the way he calls people on. The things he says to people is just offside, and it's appealing. Like, you just want to... In the fighting world, it's gross to talk to anyone like that in normal life, but in the fighting world, it is what it is. I like Colby Covington personally, but in this fight, because of the odds, Woodley opened at 4. Colby Covington at 1.25. Woodley's dropped to 3.5. Former champ. He has numerous huge fights under his belt. It's a 50-50 fight. You know, depending what you're looking at doing.
I think
Who do
he's
you like?
For
That's
me,
the question from
I
our
like
viewer.
in this fight, single-handedly alone in this single fight, Woodley this time.
Who do you like?
I hate Colby Covington. I think that he's a piece of crap, and I don't like the way he fights. And I think he's going to beat Tyrone Woodley. Woodley has lost a couple of steps in his fights, and after his interviews, he said he's actually lost the spark to fighting. He's
But
not going to come back and do a championship round.
Woodley's
this
putting
game
his
is
rap
mental,
career
man.
down for the next.
All these guys are top
Up
guys.
until the fight, Woodley's putting rap number 2. So he's
Wow.
going to be in the gym. He's going to be working hard.
I'm gonna give it to Colby.
Kobe's a freak athlete. You know, I'd like Kobe a lot.
He's got skill. I'm not
But
going
if
to
he
deny
gets
his
hit in
skill.
the jaw where Camaro, he's got a weak spot now in his jaw.
He'll be fine.
I'm going to go with C2 Morin on this one. I'm going to take Colby.
Because
I don't watch it that much, but
I'm gonna take Colby
he
on
knows
this
what
one.
he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Colby on this one as well. I think he beats him.
No, the odds are a little off.
The game is a mental game at this point. All these fighters have such a high level of skill. It's about mental awareness, mental preparedness, and Tyrone has openly said he's lost his spark. At that point, what do? Well, you run out your contract so you can do other stuff to make money.
Yeah, for sure.
You still got a good name and a good payday in Colby Covington. Not a bad fight for him all day. All day I would take that for him. He'll lose, but it's worth
Colby?
it. No, Tyrone.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But if I were Tyrone, that's the fight you make.
I
Tyrone
gotta
still
bring
has.
these notes home.
You don't
I gotta
lose
make
the
a bet.
skill level overnight. Those Tyrone did come off a couple losses or whatever, but he will. He still has it in him.
How old is he?
It's not that old.
Okay.
Can't
Under
remember.
40.
Yeah, but 40 is like retirement age in UFC, so
At least.
But he has fought the best. He has beat the best.
he's a very good fighter. But if you're not mentally there,
What's going
That's
on in the
20%
Milwaukee
down.
baseball game? Anyone know? In the hockey game too. Let's pull this shit up.
another UFC rumor here.
2-1 Avalanche.
We got John Jones
Yeah?
calling out Brock Lesnar.
Oh, guys, make sure you're looking online at the screen right now. We did take Avalanche. It's live right now, 2-1.
Right.
Let's go.
So far. So
Let's
anyway,
go.
Alex was saying.
Brock Lesnar. John Jones called out Brock Lesnar in what's deemed to be the most steroided fight in
I don't
history.
think Brock's going to fight again.
No, never.
He might.
That fight will never
No.
happen.
If enough
he's-
money comes on the table.
The last time I saw him get kicked in the stomach.
No, his last fight he knocked out.
Detroit
Mike
tied it
Oh,
up.
okay.
Sorry, guys.
The last fight
Milwaukee,
I saw.
Detroit. Let's go.
But he tested
Oh, yeah.
positive for
Let's-
steroids. He paid him $250,000,
Yeah.
and then he put.
I mean, well, it doesn't.
if the
surprise
money's
me.
there, the money's there. But in all
This is-
fairness,
I don't see that fight happening.
Never.
I have to agree with Marin.
Yeah, that'll never happen.
Just because I usually don't have live tickets with me with the show, this is my favorite part about live tickets, your check marks. Correct. That was Colorado over San Fran today. Colorado -1. We also have Toronto, Tampa Bay, New York, flop. So both tickets are the exact same. However, one is Tampa Bay, one has New York. Milwaukee with a -1. It's tied 5-5. Cleveland -1.5, 2-0. Minnesota -1, and it's 4-1. And San Diego -1 over the Angels, and the Angel game has not started
I
yet.
only see one check
I love
mark.
that. Yeah, all the other games
So,
are still
oh,
going.
well, you're getting excited like you had like 5 or 6 check marks,
Minnesota
bro.
tied up. Every game's winning.
We'll have to post this on the next show.
Every game's winning.
The
I love
results.
this.
This
The
is
check
great.
marks and the X's.
Yeah. Hopefully
No,
no. X's.
you're right. He won't fight him ever. So Jones is picking shit right now with Stipe. So he wants to fight Stipe.
Stipe won't
heavy.
even.
Stipe won't take that
No.
fight.
He will. Why
Why?
wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? To fight the greatest athlete of all time ever.
Everything to lose,
Who's the
nothing
greatest
to
athlete
gain.
of all time ever?
In the UFC world, they would say John Jones.
No.
Depending who you ask.
All the steroids, you can't deny.
You're
it.
okay. Whoa! Don't put that into this. If you believe
if-
that hype,
If you,
he's
if
been
you
clean this
don't-
whole time, bro.
Oh, sure.
He's been
still
clean this
can't
whole
test-
time.
And
You
I've been
still can't
sober this
test
whole
him.
time.
Yeah. Jeez.
No, John Jones. If you look, he is pound for pound, one of the greatest athletes to ever come into the octagon ever.
the problem
he's
is-
up against
is
GSP. He's up. That's what I just say. He's up against GSP. Ask Morin on this.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
Oh yeah, look. He says GSP steroids, cocaine. No, he hasn't. Okay, hey, hit and run. Okay, I understand the list goes on with John Jones.
GSP is better.
You put that shit aside. I was
Look,
there.
if you put aside the
One
steroids and
I
the
was
cheating,
there in
he's
Montreal at the Bell
amazing.
Center when GSP won the belt.
Right.
You went to
But-
that fight.
Wait for it.
It was a great time.
Guy.
Shout out Berdan. We had a good time.
But guy, that fight will never happen. Stipe has everything to lose, nothing to gain. Jones can't test clean. He can't because he's not.
I think Jones has to fight a couple times heavyweight before he
At
even
least
thinks
once.
about
At
fighting
least once.
Stipe.
He should
Put him up
probably
against
fight
Derek
like
Lewis.
Ngannou.
Now there is actually a fight that
Now,
Stipe
that
is a
I'd
fighter
watch
I know
He
about.
should fight
Ngannou?
Ngannou, and then the winner fights Stipe.
That
And then the
I'd
winner
watch.
fights Lesnar.
And test clean.
You have to test clean.
Yeah.
You guys are making too much out of
Now
it.
you have to
Let it
test
go.
clean. What kind of sport
Let
is
it
this?
go.
Back in Russia, we use
No,
horse tranquilizer.
Francis and Stipe, that'd be a good fight, but didn't Stipe already beat him?
Who, Ngannou?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't,
Took him
need
the
to, I don't need to
distance.
see that
Oh,
shit
Francis
again.
versus
yeah,
Jones.
Yeah, like
Francis versus
exactly.
Jones,
that's
Ruthless,
fine.
yeah. That's a good fight.
Yeah.
That I'd watch.
But I don't think Jones will take that fight.
Jones will get murdered by Ngannou. You see that skin and bones? Like, even if he puts on the weight, it's just... Oh,
Not
man.
with those chicken legs.
Oh, one good punch from Ngannou and, like, big boys are gone.
Done.
Oof. Ngannou's a scary man.
Okay. Moving on. Anything else to talk about? I'm excited about football. I can't wait till next week's show.
Next week's show is going to be awesome.
We're going to have some picks. We can even have a pick for Thursday.
We're going to have so many picks posted online. You see we've got some picks there.
I'm going to do some research. I'll have a full list of opted out players. We lost some Bears. There's a bunch of players that have opted out in the NFL.
Yeah, it's going to be it's
not
gonna
a
be
huge
dangerous.
amount, but
Bears
there
could
are
be a
some
good
pieces
thing.
there that are going to affect some games. And I think injury reports for fantasy and betting is going to be a big thing.
Huge.
So
Yeah,
Man, the amount of lower ranking people that are going to get
Yeah.
so much more game time right now is going to be tremendous.
we have a
Fantasy's
request
going to go crazy.
to talk
UFC
about the
26.
September 26th UFC event from one of our most loyal
That's
watchers.
UFC 253. It's a great card.
Which one's that?
Headlining.
Is that
That's
the
Paulo
Gagey?
Costa's.
Oh, that
So
is
some
Paulo
big
Costa?
fights you want to look on this one, starting from the bottom. Kai Kara France. I would take him all day over Brandon Royval. Diego Sanchez over Jake Matthews.
Oh my God.
Diego, I'm giving him the fight just because, like I always say, he's due. Hold on. Costa, why? Are you kidding? Honestly, I'm about to lose my mind.
What?
Because Adesanya is in training. He's worried about his hairstyles. He's worried about his dance moves. He's practicing choreography rather than practicing punching. That might be why, for one. Also, Paulo Costa is the size and actually looks like a gorilla. It's like putting Adesanya in the zoo in the freaking gorilla tank cage
That could be
area.
racist.
No.
Going back to the fight. That being said,
either way,
it's,
I take
there's no
Paulo
way.
Costa all day.
Adesanya is very talented. He took out Whitaker. He took out.
I wasn't even impressed with the way he took out a lot of these guys. They didn't try to mix up any wrestling. Very few leg kicks. Not as dynamic and fast. Paulo Costa looks like a beast. But I feel like
Who's that one guy? Looks like a
Cowboys
turtle.
fighting.
Romero.
Yeah, he looks like a turtle.
Well,
Joe
yeah, like
Romero.
this for the first 2 minutes. Adesanya didn't do jack. You know who knocked him out? Paulo Costa.
Paulo Costa knocked him down 2 or 3 times that fight.
Like that was a beatdown. Like that's a war, and you see how that went. I don't see Adesanya winning that fight right now. He's underestimating Paulo Costa, and like I've been saying all night, mental game is the game.
On that card, though, also you've got Hakeem Dawandu against Zeber Tukaugov, whatever his name is.
Say that 3 times fast.
I like Dawandu, whatever you want to call him. I've been playing him for a while. He's quite well. He's 11-1,
Canadian guy.
and he's I think he's gonna take it. He's well rounded. He's got a good record. Yeah, he's good. And Claudia Gadella is coming up 18-4 against Yan Chanon. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. But I like Claudia. I liked her in all those fights against Joanna, even though Joanna always won. I'm just a Claudia fan.
I don't know. She looked pretty poor in her last fight. I think it was against Angela Hill. She won, but it was like garbage. I don't know. I can't. When it comes down to the women fighting, I find that there are some women fighters who are amazing, but they stack the division, and anyone above fifth is usually.
I'm really sorry, man. Just one quick second. Back to the Paul Costa. Yes, there will be lots of counters from Israel, counterpunching, dodging, but he will be hit from Costa. Costa will go in, get as close as he can standing, and he will smash him. If Adesanya gets hit by one or two of those, he's going to be dazed. He's going to lose his composure. And it's going to be great. And also, with regards to betting, yeah, for sure, we'll definitely get all the contacts and stuff, but I'm always down.
End of the second, Avalanche are up 2-1. So, CBoom's team.
Gastelum, what a joke.
I'm surprised that Dallas is...
What a monkey. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm surprised that Dallas has done so well, but Tyler Seguin's been quiet. But go ahead, it's 2-1 Colorado after 2. They need to win this game, but go ahead with the UFC.
Live bet there right now. Colorado was underdog today.
They were.
Nice. But see, again, a lot of these odds, underdog, overdog. Look at the odds, right? Like, I mean, we were talking earlier about Colby Covington versus Tyrone Woodley. For Tyrone to be paying 4, take Tyrone, okay? Because the odds are not that bad. It's a much closer fight. I would say this is 60-40. Well, I would say, probably 65-35, 60-40 area. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So when you see a spread that far apart, take advantage of that. Who cares?
Now that's also one way you could flop. I don't like Cowboy anymore. He's a fucking
Cowboy
Cerrone against Price.
He's done.
This could be his farewell.
Yeah.
So I give it to Cerrone. He's done a lot for the sport.
Nico just had a big. He's
got
a couple
over
fights.
50 fights.
Yeah, he's done a lot for the sport. Nico Price.
Conor McGregor hit him, knocked him out with these.
Nico Price looks like the Joker. If you've ever seen him fight, he looks
Really?
like the Joker. Like, the guy looks insane. He's got like if you see him in an alley, I'm legit like scared of him, and he could be there to help you out. Like,
I like Nico too.
He looks deadly. You could take Nico for sure. I like him, but as a farewell fight for Cerrone, maybe they got something up the sleeve. I don't know.
Are you saying that it's fixed?
In sports, a fight?
Fixed?
Never.
No.
Kimbo Slice, Data 5000 all over again.
That was something else. We watched
Data
that one together. That
5000
was
grabbed the ref
unbelievable.
because he had a heart attack in the ring. And the ref was like, you can't hold me to stand up. And so he fell over and almost died. And then Kimbo Slice was the one who actually died.
In the ring?
No, he died afterwards from
okay.
steroids. He tested positive for a certain steroid.
And then he died right after.
Yeah.
Best fight ever, one of the comments. That shit was wild.
Well, it's wild. And the funniest part to me was he tested positive for steroids. And rather than banning him, they were like, Kimbo, you're going to fight in this other country where that steroid is legal.
Yeah, but Jones did that.
Yeah. Well, legacy of greatness.
Well, for Jones, they simply moved him to another state.
Yeah, it's true. They moved a whole pay-per-view.
Thanks for that one. That's true. They did, and so all the fighters were pissed off.
Move the goalposts.
Because they all had like fans, family flying in, hotel reservations, and they have to go somewhere else. Well, Milwaukee 5-5.
Definitely no cheating there, eh?
All right, guys. Before we sign off, let's do a baseball update for today. The Colorado Rockies won 9-6 over the San Francisco Giants. New York Mets won 9-4. The Blue Jays won 2-1. Thank you. That is a void. Better than a loss. The spread was -1 for Toronto today, so that's going to be a void. Cincinnati won 4-3. Philly top of the ninth is 3-0 over Washington, which is not surprising right now. Chicago is back on. They did have a COVID delay today. However, they decided to play. It is 3-1. They've come back to take the lead. Tampa Bay is on top of the Yankees, 5-1. It's surprising. It's not surprising. Tampa Bay is on top of the division. Yankees are such a strong team. Everyone loves the Yankees. But Tampa Bay might be the year, guys. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Atlanta 6-5 over Boston. Boston, where did you go? Where did you go? Detroit and Milwaukee. Milwaukee, please. Please cover the spread.
He's begging.
Cover the spread. It's one. I don't want to void on this one. I need the win. If you just cover or make a void, that's okay. But win the game. It is 5-5, bottom of the 6th. Let's see what's happening. Bottom of the 7th, you've got Cleveland and Kansas City. Kansas City has been snaking everybody left, right. up and down. It is 2-0 Cleveland. Hopefully they hold on to that because it is a spread of 1.5 for Cleveland. So you got to win by 2. That being said, the next game, it's exciting. White Sox and Minnesota Twins. Twins are on top of the division, on top of this game as well, 4-1. I see them winning the game by 2, 3, 4 runs. Texas against Houston. Houston is on top 2-1. They will cover the spread. The spread for them, I believe, today was 1. And San Diego 0-0. Dodgers 0-0.
You like the Dodgers there?
Oakland was postponed, and yeah, my favorite pick of the day today will be the Dodgers. I'm adjusting the spread on that to -1.5. I might actually take the spread and keep it under. Usually, if I'm taking a big spread, 1.5 to 2.5, I like over for projected.
Yeah.
I don't think Arizona's going to hit the ball today, so I think it's going to be low on Arizona. You could see a 4-1, 5-1, 6-1 game.
Breaking news for NBA fans: the Heat take a 2-0 series lead over the league-leading Milwaukee Bucks. That is surprising.
Have a good night too, bro. Thanks for watching, man.
I'm not a huge fan of basketball, but everybody knows the Bucks have Giannis, right? So
And they've got, more importantly, Brook Lopez.
But we're not going to talk about Brook Lopez.
It's not this time. It's not the time.
Not the time.
He gets his own episode.
No.
okay.
Alright guys, once again, thank you so much. Shout out to our sponsors, Tata's Hot Sauce Emporium. Brings that flavor to your table. Kianna's Bake Shop, the best cookies around. Made to order, and you can get them inside Tata's Hot Sauce Emporium. And Extreme G Gaming. We go there for all our gaming needs. They're located at Yonge, Eglinton, and Toronto. Inside Gamerama. Alright guys, thanks so much. We'll see you soon. Stay tuned and watch for us on all your social media.
Don't be a wiener.
Stay safe.